Yo, what's good? It's Deaun. So I just thought that maybe I should drop a full-length video. I've been dropping a bunch of shorts trying to grow this channel, but I think I could drop a full-length video right now. My first video is going to be on Backlash. Really wonderful show. Probably the best show of the year so far for me when it comes to WWE PLEs. But yeah, we're just going to talk about it. We're going to give each match a star rating, and then we're going to go from there. First and foremost, we had Solo versus Tama Tonga. You know, they started fighting before the bell. Nick Aldis comes out and he's like, hey, do whatever you want. And they cooked. They definitely cooked. I'm not going to say anything about Tonga Loa and him, the botched debut, because you really didn't see it on TV. To be completely honest, if that video had not come out, people wouldn't say that he botched his... They wouldn't have said that he botched his debut, because the ref did a great job of shielding him from, you know, that botch. One thing I will say about the match is it was a different pacing than we've seen from a bloodline match. And, well, I won't say that because it was kind of shades of WrestleMania, but at the same time, it was a little bit more aggressive than what WrestleMania was. And I will say that is because Roman and Rock were in it, and you gotta keep Roman and Rock safe. But this one was just balls to the wall action. I mean, these guys were like, frankly, they were fucking each other up. I called it a Falcon Arrow, but it was more like a brain buster through like 4 chairs. Kevin Owens is just different, man. Kevin Owens is just different. But yep, Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga beat them. I'll give that one about... I'd give that one 4 stars. 4 stars is a pretty good... Yeah, that's a pretty good rating for that one. But on to the next one. All right, so next match on the card was Naomi, Tiffy, and Bayley. So that match, I will just straight up say the crowd was amazing. Naomi's entrance, amazing. Bayley's entrance, amazing. Tiffy's entrance, amazing. They were amazing throughout the entire night, but they were especially amazing during this match, and I think people might not really be paying attention to how good the crowd was in this match, because of, you know, of course, AJ Styles at the end of the night and Cody Rhodes absolutely blowing the roof off the crowd, and Jey Uso blowing the roof off the crowd. Just amazing. But this match was really, really good. It was different than what we've seen WWE do with triple threat matches in the past. It was just, man, it felt like the other 2 women had to do everything in their power to stop Tiffany. Tiffany looked like an absolute star. She looked like the quickest. She looked like the most aggressive. She looked like the better wrestler throughout the entire match. And I really like that. One thing I will say is Naomi beat the slow allegations. I'm so tired of the slow allegations with Naomi. People saying that she moves super slow in the ring. Not true. Her moveset is just basic, but she makes it look very aggressive. And she has gotten so much better. You never would, if you had told me when I started watching wrestling seriously, and she was a Funkadactyl, if you would have told me that Naomi would be putting on matches like she is right now, I would call you a fucking liar. The other thing is Bayley. Bayley's title reign so far has already been better than any of the title reigns in the last like 2 years for women. Don't care. Don't care. Don't care. It's already been better. And that's not any bias or anything. That's just me being super completely honest with you. This match was amazing. I want them to run it back. Give me more triple threat matches because that's amazing. It was great. And I think Tiffany should win a women's championship very, very soon. I'll give that one a 4.5 star rating. Probably would have got 5 if the finish wasn't so wonky. The finish was a little wonky. That's the only thing that's going to take 0.5 stars away from them. These women did a great job. All right. Jey Uso, Damian Priest. First of all, I love Damian Priest. but I also love Jey Uso. Okay, first show I ever went to, I saw the Usos wrestle, and one of my favorite shows of all time. I will say, the crowd in this match, I thought they weren't going to be behind Deaun at all, but these guys worked with the crowd so well. And it's easier to work with the crowd, I will say, because of how hot Jey is right now. With the, yeet, no yeet, yeet, no yeet. That pipes up the crowd like a lot. But what I will say is they worked perfectly together in the ring, in my opinion. I think that they did a great job. Now, I won't give this one a 4.5. I think I'm leaning more towards like 3.9, because once again, the finish. But I think the finish also makes sense, and I do see them sowing the seeds to either. I personally want it to be a triple threat: JD, Deaun, and Finn. Probably don't see JD in that light, even though they should. But I can see Deaun and Finn facing each other at SummerSlam and Deaun losing, or Deaun losing at Clash of the Castle and then them facing at SummerSlam. I could see it happening. I could definitely see it happening. What I will say, though, is Jey Uso, bro, please put a championship on him. I don't care what championship you put on him. I know he's supposed to be a part of this big bloodline arc that we're going on now. But, bro, like, he is way too over. He is your biggest babyface on Raw right now. Give him a championship. And yes, I said it. He is the biggest babyface. Fuck all that Sami Zayn is the biggest babyface. I love Sami. But no, nigga. It is Jey Uso. And he needs a championship. 200%. And I think he would do great with the championship because his in-ring work has improved tremendously. I think that they were very limited on what they could do at WrestleMania with Jimmy because he was injured. Now, I'm not giving excuses. I do think that they were limited in what they could do at WrestleMania, and that is why they had that kind of match. But Jey has gotten so much better, and I give this match I'll give it like a 3.9 out of 5. It was really good. Okay, so this was going to be quite controversial, okay? Quite controversial. But this is arguably the worst match of the night. But there's good reason, okay? First of all, I don't know what the ref was smoking, but it impaired his vision a little bit. We're not even going to get into it. It's okay. The ref's vision was impaired. And so I guess he thought that somebody wasn't legal that was legal, and then that person he thought wasn't legal tagged in the person that then became legal, and blah, 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 blah. Who cares? Match was wonderful, super fun. Jade Cargill has gotten so much better. Let me just put it to you this way. For everybody that expected her to come into WWE with perfect, flawless talent, you must not have watched her in AEW. In AEW, they ruined her for the first part of her career. And I won't say ruined her as in like they just did nothing with her. The problem is she had no chances to get better in the ring because all of her matches were like 5 minutes and they were all wins. There was no her getting attacked and then her making a comeback. She never did that. She never had to do that. She never had to actually take crazy amounts of bumps and everything. Now, what I will say is she is a great bumper. She does it well. And she is finally starting to take a little bit of damage, which is what we wanted to see from her. We wanted to see her actually compete in a wrestling match where it is double-sided and not just Jade Cargill. And that's what we're seeing. And obviously, Bianca Belair is always going to be the pro. She's always going to be really great at this stuff. Come on now. Sasha versus Bianca. Bianca versus Io. Bianca versus Asuka. I mean, I can go on and on about it. But, I just think that both of those women are really great, right? Now, on the other side of things, Asuka, right? absolute pro. Asuka was injured, and I don't know if it was from a live event or from that show. But there's a video of Asuka making an entrance where she can barely even stand up, bro. Like, her knee is tweaked so bad, and I know this. I have torn up knees. I was a lineman. Like, it's a cooked thing, and especially to wrestle a match like that on cooked knees, I'm giving them a 3.5 stars because I was going to give them a 3, but Asuka made it a 3.5 because of that effort. Last but not least, AJ Styles, Cody Rhodes, right? What can I say? I mean, this is probably one of the best undisputed championship matches that we've seen in the past 3 years. I mean, I love Roman, and I think that Sammy was a great match, and both Cody Rhodes matches were great. But the other great matches are very few and far between. Very far between. But I think this one was just perfect from the get-go. AJ Styles turned the clock back. He was doing things that you haven't seen him do in a minute, and he was bumping. And so was Cody. I mean, there was one part where he literally just dropped Cody straight on his neck, and everybody was like, oh my God. And Cody just got up and was like fired up and kicked out at 1. And there was just so much about this match that I love, especially the crowd. I don't know what they're saying. It's like, Ivama, no, whatever they're saying, the phenomenal chant. Bro, come on, dog. U.S. crowds, bro. We gotta learn that. Because what? That shit was amazing. But, all in all, I mean, they made you think that AJ could win this championship, even though you knew AJ's not winning this championship. They made you think AJ could win this championship with the way that they played to the crowd. It was amazing. It was a great match, and I have absolutely no complaints about it. I'm going to give it a 4.2.